Okay, next is about different PPP models. So I'll just briefly explain about public project partnerships, public-private partnerships. So basically, India actually initially followed the EPC model, right? Engineering, procurement, construction model. Technically speaking, this is not a PPP model because here the private sector acts as a simple contractor. Simple contractor. The private sector has no role. Government will issue a tender, a certain amount, a person will come, they will bid for it, that amount, they will win the bid, government will give that amount, they will complete the project and they will go. There is no other considerations. Okay, that's the most basic way of private participation in the economy. Okay, that is the engineering, procurement, construction model. Okay, then you have something known as the build, operate, transfer models. Build, operate, transfer. And these are divided into toll model and annuity model. Annuity simply means yearly payments. Okay, don't get confused. Annuity simply means yearly payments. Okay, so if you look at the toll model, the return for the project is actually coming from the public. Okay, so government actually will take care of the initial part, like for example land acquisition, what else, all the required permissions also government will take care of. Okay, then they will issue the tender. Okay, the private sector will build it. Okay, then they will operate it. Okay, and then after the operation they will transfer. So take example for a road. Okay, the government says we need to build a 20-kilometer highway. Okay, that's a tender. The private party will say, and they will be bidding. Somebody will win, and they will actually then build it. Okay, and who is going to spend the money for building that project? Okay, it is actually spent by the private party. Okay, so the private party will spend a certain amount to build that road. Then they will operate the road. During this operation, they will levy toll. And who is going to pay that toll? Who is going to pay that toll? The public. Then after say about 20 or 30 years, the private sector will transfer the project to the government. Okay, so that is how the project actually works. In annuity, a similar thing will happen, but instead of taking the toll, okay, in annuity model there is no toll. The public do not give the money to the private sector. The government will pay the cost of the project, cost of the project to the private sector in yearly payments. Okay, yearly payments. So a road will be built by the private sector, but no toll will be kept by the private party. The government will pay the private party, say 100 crores was the project cost. The concession agreement will be there. Every PPP project has a concession agreement. So they will mention the government will pay the private party yearly payments, say 10 crore every year. Okay, for the operating and maintenance. And after a while, the private party will transfer the project. Okay. Then if you combine these two models, you will get the hybrid annuity model. Okay, hybrid annuity model is a combination of the build on operate toll and annuity models. Okay, so in hybrid annuity, a certain percentage of the project cost, okay, it will be paid as what you can say, the private party will spend, okay, certain amount. Okay, then the rest of the amount will be paid by the government. Okay, rest of the payment will be paid by the government. So in hybrid annuity model, it's a mix of these two models. Okay, then what else? Build, own, operate, transfer. So in build, own, operate, transfer, BOOT, it is very similar to the build, operate, transfer. Additional thing, the ownership initially will change hands completely in the hands of the private sector. The private sector can do whatever he wants because he is a sole owner. In BOT and EPC and all other models, the ownership is still with the government. Here the ownership will be with the private sector, and after everything it will transfer it back. Okay. So private party collects toll revenue to recover investment in BOT toll, correct. Build, own, operate, transfer. Private sector permanently owns the faculty, it's wrong. Right. In BOT model, there is no permanent ownership of the project by the private sector. Hybrid annuity model, mix of EPC and build, operate, transfer annuity for 60%. Okay, so that is how the project actually happens. Then engineering, procurement, construction, government full finance, contractor designs and constructs. It's actually correct. It's actually correct. Okay. Then what else? So that's if you look at the question, 3 are correct, right? So only 3 will be the answer. Only 3 will be the answer. Okay.